Hello everyone, my name is Christopher James Edward Anderson, but as I have repeatedly explained, I'd like to be called Mr. A this semester. I grew up in Phoenix, Arizona, moved to Iowa and picked up an undergraduate degree in communication studies and then a master's degree in communication studies. At that point, I taught at Iowa State University as a basic course director for about 4 years, and then I made my way here to Milwaukee to work on a PhD. It might seem like in that situation I am a teaching assistant, but let me assure you that I am hired as an ad hoc professor. I'm a lecturer this semester. Probably about 4 or 5 months away from finishing my PhD in communication studies, so hopefully in maybe January or February we'll go from Mr. A to Dr. A. I study communication studies because I feel like it is really one of the most important things that we can do. Effective communication allows us to do so many things in our lives. It helps us get jobs, it helps us get raises, it helps us keep our jobs, get promotions, it helps us talk to our friends, family, and neighbors, it prevents arguments, it helps us win arguments, it helps us go to the store and buy toothpaste. And this class, Com 103, I think is honestly the most important class we teach in the communication studies discipline. It's the base of everything we do. If our discipline was a house, Communication Studies 103, Fundamentals of Public Speaking, would be the foundation that it's built on. Everything flows from here. And then in particular, beyond that, this class helps you not just in Communication Studies courses, but in all of your other classes. It's going to help you be more articulate in your other classes. It's going to help you explain yourself better in your other classes. It's going to help you win more arguments and avoid arguments in your other classes. And honestly, I fell in love with this. I'm saying honestly a lot. It's okay. Honestly, I fell in love with this class the first time I taught it over a decade ago now. So I didn't come to communication studies right away. I was originally in music education. I ended up flunking out of college with that. Went on tour with a band for a while, and then I came back and found communication studies to be the right fit. I knew I still kind of wanted to teach with some other people along that helped me get here, but stepping into the classroom for the first time sort of told me exactly where I wanted to be for the rest of my life. I knew, like 15 minutes into the experience, like I wanted to teach this. I wanted to continue to teach this forever. And so to this point now, these past 12 years that I've been teaching, I've probably been responsible for more than 400 sections of a course very similar to this, both at Iowa State and here at the University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee. There literally is not anybody at the university that has more experience in that matter. Beyond that, my areas of emphasis in communication studies are communication education, online education, and communication technologies, which makes me the perfect fit to pilot this class. And pilot it we are. This is the very first time that Com 103 Online has been offered, which we'll discuss a little bit more in the other discussion posting this week. A little bit more about me. Obviously, I enjoy being outside in my spare time. My wife and I spend a lot of time fishing and camping, hiking. We really do enjoy that aspect of our lives together. And it's just very relaxing beyond that. I think this may be our last year here in Wisconsin, but I'll continue to teach comm study courses after we leave here. But my wife needs to go and study for her PhD in another land far, far away from here. We just are the two of us. We don't have any kids. We do have one cat. She is the reason that I'm not recording this video inside because she's very yowly today, though perhaps you'll meet her at some point in time. We have many nieces and nephews, and that's probably as far as we want to get down that particular rabbit hole into being like parental types. Let's see. I juggle to relax myself simply because the repetitive motion of moving things through the air kind of takes my mind off of things. I enjoy reading a great deal, which should come as no surprise since I'm a scholar. I do a lot of writing. If you find any of my stuff in print, generally speaking, it's about education. I write a lot about how to create a better mousetrap for our communication studies classrooms and other classrooms beyond that. Coming up here over the next year, we have a lot of big milestones, and mostly in the form of where my wife is going. She's currently in the application process for her own doctoral studies. She'll be studying physical therapy classes, and I'm extremely proud of her, as any husband should be, of their spouse. We're looking at moving towards the East Coast. She's applying to schools in and around Boston, Providence, Rhode Island, up in Maine, and down through the coast there. And we recently went out there and visited. It was amazing, truth be told. She had great visits with all the colleges, and then to surprise her and congratulate her on everything, we took her whale watching while we were in Boston, which was pretty great. We saw over 24 unique individuals in the humpback whale population out there. Our guide told us it was literally the second best trip that she had ever been on, and we got to see whales breach, which one of the other guides said he'd been on 32 trips before he saw one. So that's probably the coolest thing that's happened to us recently. Anyhow, I'm not going to take a whole lot of your time. One of my goals this semester will be not to post overly verbose postings. I'm going to try and keep our lecture materials between 10 and 15 materials, and then when I'm doing discussion postings, I will do my best to keep within that 3 to 5 minute window that I'm expecting you to post in. In fact, I'll probably hold myself to that after this point in time, but simply I need to tell you a little bit more about myself. And I'll explain more and more as the semester goes on. There are a lot of things that will be happening in my life. There's a lot of things that have happened in my life that help dictate why we have chosen to go in certain directions with the course, and I hope that you'll get something out of it. And if you don't, please tell me. If you do, please tell me. It's very important for us to have that information. Anyhow, I look forward to seeing your posts this week and getting to know each and every one of you. And I hope that you have a wonderful semester, not just in my classroom, but in all of your classes at UWM here this fall.